Moto 1 winner, Jaden Smart, 85, 10 to 12 limited. Moto 2 up next. Dirty 100 points on the table.
Well, there you have it, Wes Kane, probably one of the most talked about younger riders. You see the QR code for that Dirty 100 app. Off the top of your head, where's Jaden Smart in the Dirty 100? You know where he's ranked?
He's probably ranked up there, #1 out there. He's a Dirty 100 rider. He's been to all these events out there. Just download the app, and you can find out. It's easy to navigate. There's 3 icons on there. You can get live timing and scoring. You can find out where they rank, and I believe I got to look on it. There's one more that I believe it tells you live timing, where they rank. And I believe it's the biography. I have to look, but there's 3. It's so simple to navigate.
QR code on the screen there for you.
It's right there. Scan that. Download that app. It's going to tell you what you need to know. The only rider this week that Ricky Carmichael has actually messaged me, the GOAT, and said, Jaden Smart is a bad dude. So when you got the GOAT sitting at home, kicking around, doing whatever he's doing over there, he's a businessman. He's got stuff going in the office. And he's got Flow Racing on. And he's taking notes. He's just not, okay, I'm done with this. He hits that prospect app, and there you can download that one and navigate that as well. Find out a lot of good stuff out there with what is happening with these riders out there. And these 2 apps work hand in hand.
Yep.
And it's a great thing to have this at your fingertips. But once again, what we're talking about, Jaden Smart, Donnie Luce wanted to get this Blue Crew going again. It looked like a lot of riders went to other brands at one point, and then they're like, hey, we got to make this happen. We need some marquee guys out there. And it was kind of under the radar for a minute. And Jaden Smart has risen to the occasion, and this Blue Crew is now full steam ahead in this amateur program, as well as the pros, making things happen. K-Dub.
Yeah, great start for Jaden Smart here with a Moto 1 win. Gets the call out and the plug and the message from Ricky Carmichael. He is definitely in a great spot, but we also need to not forget about Anderson Waddell, who got 2nd in Moto 1, as well as Ryan Ciceretti.
No, nobody. Don't forget them.
That is the 1, 2, 3 for Moto 1, but a lot to be decided here, as we have seen Moto 2s just be so excited and flip the script for some riders. So we will see if Jaden Smart can continue to impress not only the likes of everyone on ground and watching on Flow Racing, but also the GOAT. Not a bad thing to do, Jaden Smart. Impress Ricky Carmichael.
Well, you're seeing the man to beat on your screen right there, the number 6 of Jaden Smart. That Altus Blue Crew Yamaha machine ready to rock. Getting one more little blow there from the fan, cool off, and get ready to heat up. The 2-car turns to 1, going to go sideways. A view right here from the man to beat. Smart with the elbows up. The car goes sideways. And we're off and rolling, 85, 10 to 12 limited.
There is a land rush, Zach.
It's not going to be Jaden Smart.
It is
K-Dub. For, I believe, the first time this week he's been having great starts, but not this time. It goes to Luke Shelton on the 30 KTM. Woo. Credited with the whole shot here, 85cc 10 to 12 limited. Now that's the whole shot.
What a whole shot it is, Kevin. Look at him down the long short shoot as he leads them down. Well, it looks like it's traded, was it the 73? Let's look at it again.
Yeah, it was the 30.
23 maybe.
The 23 of Beckham Smith making some quick moves. And Smith on that 23 finished up in the number 4 spot in Moto number 1. Now you can see, like we talked on, small intermission there, touching up a few spots, some water put down, some spots tilled up. These riders have had a quick sight lap, but K-Dub still going to be a lot of surprises here on this first lap or two.
Yeah, there is, and I don't know what happened to our whole shot winner there, what happened, but I can tell you there has been a handful of whole shots credited. But by the time they get to the 10 Commandments, that's kind of been all day today.
Maybe that's it right there.
Oh, no, is that Smart?
Oh.
Hold on, I'm not.
Yes.
Oh,
it is.
My goodness, Smart.
A huge shakeup.
Did we talk about the second motos and how things are?
It's not even to the 3rd yet, and it's starting to happen. This is where Donnie Luce has that clipboard out, Kevin, and this is where he checks. Does it only from a start? Is it a mid-pack start? No, this is a back-of-the-pack start.
Well,
in 18 minutes, how many guys can his little superstar get out there? And Ricky's probably looking too like, okay, let's see if he's got the juice. If you're Willie Manning at home, you're putting down those forks, you're putting down that Dremel, and you see Nolan Cobb up there, you're going to pay real good attention to Flow Racing, because Nolan Cobb, he's out there and he's in second. He's doing some work. K-Dub.
Well, right now it's going to be Beckham Smith doing work, and as we look to Moto 1, he
Cobb down.
Oh, Cobb's down.
The dog days of summer is starting to rise here at the Dude Ranch.
Beckham Smith looking like he's in a good position. That was a credit with fourth place in Moto 1.
And we've got a replay as to what happened to your Moto 1 winner, Jaden Smart, currently showing in the number 40 position as we watch Beckham Smith continue to try to stretch his lead out. We'll try to watch. I know Smart riding with a blue helmet. That might be him on the...
There he is. He just gets caught up.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Committed to a rut and had nowhere to go. Not his fault. Nevertheless, it takes him to the very back of the pack of the 10 to 12 85cc. So Jaden Smart looking in a great position, looking like he's going to be in a great position for a potential run at the championship, sitting on a 4-1. 17 and a half minutes to go, though. Way too early to call that as he makes his way through the 10 Commandments. Who's in tow there?
Looks like that's Parker Beckington in the number 2 spot on the 22 ride. Luke Shelton, your whole shot award winner, slotting into that number 3 spot. Looks like Deacon Gibney and Colton Thierry rounding out your top 5. Nolan Cobb going to pick back up in the number 9 spot just in front of Logan Lustig as they head back into Storyland, following into the same lane, though, is the number 15 machine of Colton Thierry. Wes Gainey sending it into Storyland.
Here he goes now. Watch him now as these riders now work their way around. There is a gaggle of riders now into Storyland. Beckham Smith, Parker Beckington. Hey, whatever advice his mom gave to him, she asked me a couple days, what do I tell him? He's had a rough couple days. You know what? Never give up. Keep slugging away out there. And obviously, whatever message Mama Beckington and family has given to Parker, there he is out there, and it is working. Because they were like giving up. They're like, what do we do? What do I do with Parker?
It's easy to happen. We talk about the highs and lows.
Never give up. You got to ride this roller coaster of Loretta Lynn.
Strap in. You're along for the ride.
Yeah, Parker Beckington had a 22nd in Moto number 1. So, whoa, nice little knack down the straightaway. Good recovery there.
Nolan Cobb once again, and this time with a close save, hanging off that motorcycle, gets back on and gets back to work in the Thor Sand Sweeper.
That was a down the straightaway knack recovery and still just going to work, doing the battle, huh?
Here we go, getting ready to put another lap in the books as we follow along the battle just outside the top 5. Luke Shelton, Colton Thierry, Nolan Cobb. Go ahead and throw Gavin McCoy and Anderson Waldell in the mix as well, just behind. As there you see the 74 of Waldell. Ran a 2:11 in traffic on that last lap, K-Dub. That is just about matching your top 3 or 4. So the 74, you see him charging so hard out of the mechanics area, and I think actually let himself get past by blowing the line he was looking for in that corner. Your Flow Racing lap times, Beckham Smith still untouchable at the top of 2:09.8. Beckington and Gibney, though, just about identical lap times of 2:10.5.
Kevin, you mentioned this early on. There's Soretti down there, the 27. Believe, what did you say? You got that first moto? Not to forget Soretti, Tucker, Eli Herrick. We saw him lead one out. Jet Waugh, we spoke about him, the Kawasaki Team Green rider, the only one on the list right there, about 16th, looking for his breakout ride before Saturday.
Hey, as we watch him go back in the Storyland, is Cobb, in fact, on a KTM?
No, Cobb is on a...
Yeah. No.
I don't believe so. It's showing a KTM on time.
But I think he's on a Suzuki.
I think he's on a Suzuki.
That's what you're working
I see
on
the color, but you know, you never know what people do in graphics and whatnot. So I was looking at our timing and scoring and our rundown. He shows actually a top 13 on KTMs, but that is in fact not the case.
Cobb got tons of speed. 43. Gibney didn't pay the toll to rock and roll on that one. He's going to have to get a toll pass for the next run through there. You're going to get a fine on that one. You're going to have to pay double and then get back into it. What do you see, K-Dub?
Gibney was in third. I'm just going to comment on how good of a ride that rider was having.
Yeah.
Moto 1 was not the best. It shows that he got a 24th So it was a really good rebound there in Moto number 2. Unfortunately, went down on the 20 miles of bad road. So we'll see what that shuffles him back to here in just a sec.
Super impressed right now with Beckington.
Whoa! Bermuda Triangle. Who's that? Another guy down. That's going to be the. Is that the 42?
I think that was the 62 of Gavin McCoy. Colton Thierry picks up another spot there on the inside of the Bermuda Triangle.
So many things happen over there. Off the radar screen, back on the radar screen. You disappear for 4 years.
It's that triangle, man.
Once again, Colton Thierry taking the long way around, making yet another pass, this time just about to the number 7 or 6 spot.
The only guy I know that flirts with that Bermuda Triangle and never gets stung is Lynn Kern on that 63-foot Hatteras he's got. Powers right through it, no fear, as he goes out there and just goes fishing every weekend.
I thought you were going to say JR in the water truck.
No, it's Lynn Kern. He's out in that Bermuda Triangle on the daily.
Beckham Smith right now, another drop down to a 2:08.4, his fastest lap of the race so far on the last lap, and a 7.6 second gap now as Parker Beckington continues to deal with a charging Nolan Cobb, who was 2 seconds faster that last lap.
As well as the Waddell, that's Anderson, that is, on the 74, as joining the crowd of the 208s. So Parker Beckington's going to have some battles coming.
Hey, there's your guy right there. You always kind of highlight him back in 12th, K-Dub.
Weston Auto.
That's your guy.
That's my guy.
Picked him up at Ponca City a few years ago, and just something about you two.
Weston Auto having a little bit of a tough go in this class. 33rd in Moto 1. He now finds himself trying to get inside the top 10. Just slid back to 13th place, so keep the hammer down, young man. Yeah, we've mentioned that name a bunch. We always make the play of Western Auto, but it is Weston Auto.
I did get a confirmation. It is yellow plastic on a KTM.
Okay, so it is.
Okay.
That's why I did not.
I know they were riding a Suzuki a year ago, so there you have it.
Thank you to your spotter and whoever sent that.
I got it, man. They're all over the world. People are radioing me from what they call that, Radio Free Europe.
There we go. Well, we try to call it as we see it, and sometimes you got to trust the information on the screen. And
that one came in from the Netherlands.
I like it. I like it. Hey, everybody's got the scoop, and it just shows everybody tuned in right here to Flow Racing. They know they want to see.
If they're radioing in or calling in or texting in on WhatsApp from the Netherlands, that means we are reaching the world right now on Flow Racing.
Some of the fastest amateur racers in the world doing battle for year 45 here at the ranch. Beckham Smith showing he may be the baddest here in the 85 10-12 limited Moto number 2, and for the moment may be in control of this overall picture as well. The consistency going to pay off as we see Nolan Cobb. Visor, don't need it. Throttle, wide open. Plastic yellow, bike, KTM. We got our facts straight. Now he's putting in work, charging back to the front.
yeah, we do. Here comes the number 30. Luke Shelton has a group of riders behind him as he tries to hold on that position. Jake Owen and Colton Thierry. What do we have going on back here in Storyland? I think that's going to be a lapper, I believe.
You can see the spotter there was trying to tell the riders where to go to avoid the carnage. Didn't quite catch a glimpse of them.
That's what our flagger staff do. Got to let these guys know what's happening. Meanwhile, out front on a progressive top 10 rundown, it's Smith, Cobb, Beckington, Waddell, Shelton, Owen, Thierry, Lustig, Salaman, and Gibney. Outside looking in, you got Wood back there, Jaden Smart from dead last up to 24th. Morgan, Skyler, Milo, a lot of guys out there, a lot of talent. Otto in 15th, Wall from moving in the top 16. And Levi Geist 19th, so these guys are trying to make something happen.
Moto Mav there in 26.
206.1 for Nolan Cobb on the last lap. Now matched by a 206.9 for Beckham Smith. Cobb 8.5 seconds back a lap ago as he crosses the stripe. We'll see now.
Gained a little time, about a second.
Yeah,
8/10 of a second.
About 9 minutes left to go in this moto.
Plenty of time, Zachary. It's an eternity here at the Dude Ranch.
Yeah, absolutely. A second can pretty much change everything here at Loretta Lynn's. The Monster Energy Live Drone shows you the gap. There is your leader, Beckham Smith, one of the stars of the Orange Brigade KTM program, and has had his share of success here at the ranch. Him, as well as his younger brother Bryson, both threats in their classes. And Beckham, I don't want to say quiet, the top 5 finish, still making a statement here, but off the podium in Moto 1 in that number 4 spot, but putting it in all caps here in Moto 2.
Yeah, man, what some crazy Moto 2s here.
Yep.
As I believe we'll have to do some math a little bit later, but a 4-1 is probably going to put him either in the lead or really, really close. As I know Waddell and Cobb had a kind of a poor first moto, I believe. Yeah, 10th, so a little bit behind even Beckham Smith. So
respectable in the top 2 right now. You just got to ride it as hard as you can go and see where the chips fall, Zachary, in Moto 3.
I think it's actually Waddell who may be in control of this. He's sitting at a 2-3 right now and a 4-1. So those two looking like they may be in this for the full Monty, the full run.
yeah, that'll have them tied.
Yep.
Actually,
I love the tiebreaker situation because there's so much on the line, so much pressure, and you get to see how these young competitors, react to it.
Colton Thierry, we saw him making some moves. He's moved up and then settled back into that number 8 spot, still battling with Lustig. As we watch the number 30 getting a kick to the side, Luke Shelton under pressure from the new Jace Owen.
Jace Owen. Imagine that. He went back in time.
Can you imagine if Jace Owen was coaching Jace Owen?
Got another Jace Owen. Will there be another Wyndham come through here? Maybe somewhere along the line, there's going to be a Wyndham, and they go, you know what, I'm going to name my son Kevin.
Anything possible, that's for sure.
You never know. Some Wyndham like Charbonneau. There's a Charbonneau in Washington. There's a Charbonneau in New Hampshire. You never know.
You never know. And, you know, we do talk about, like, for Nolan Cobb, you know, a 10th in the first moto, that was bad. Well, top 10 is never bad at Loretta's, but this is just evidence of the depth of the classes, because just because you got 10th in a moto doesn't mean that you can't go out and win this thing. I know Beckham Smith in the lead right now, but Nolan Cobb running times that are the fastest on the track, and what a flip-flop to go from a 10th place in Moto 1 to now literally being the fastest 85cc 10 to 12 limited rider on the track as we speak. Doesn't mean you get the championship. No, what could have been is so much battle and you know, attrition and things to happen during a long week, but all of these guys and girls, amazing riders.
Well, K-Dub, that's the conversation that you have on the way home. What could it have been if we've got this? What are we going to build on? And that's what you're going to take from here. You write 10 things down that are pros. You write 10 things down that are cons. And you're saying, look, one of the cons was we had a bad moto. One of the pros is we ran right there with the leaders with fast lap times in Moto number 2. You can see a lot of things, Zach, yesterday. Carson Wood didn't give up. Braxton Mays, so many riders have cleaned it up after the first one. Yeah, is it not going to work out for them at the overall? Maybe not. But you're only as good as your last ride. So right now we're forgetting about what they did on Monday. That's only results. That's on paper. We're looking at what they did right then and now. In front of our eyes is where we're at.
Absolutely, yeah. The road to Loretta is 365 days long. As you're pulling off the property, you're starting work to get back here next year. And so, yeah, going to be a lot of studying happening, even already happening, going back, watching the Flow Racing broadcast from the day prior. Like we said, studying what the track looked like at the time of day for your next moto. There's a lot of things that you can do, a lot of resources now available to you, whether it's the various apps, Dirty 100, Verve Prospect, or the broadcasts that now are available as well. You can see exactly how things are developing. You just got to know how to use those tools.
And segment times.
Yes.
Another big
segment times as well.
Segment times are huge to find out what part of the track you might be a little slower than your competitors and see where you might be able to make a little time. Splitting the track up into 3, 4, 5 segments is always huge. I know some of the professional racers are up to, I believe, 5 segments.
Yeah, you have to string these things together. You got to recognize your weak points, try to make them strong points, but also on the way out of here, you might want to, who's going to change up the program? You know, we tried this, didn't work. We were told we should try this. Maybe we're going to give it a try this time. And that is why all the rest of these races that you do, like the Baja Brawl or the main event and stuff like that is gauges of how you do. You're racing these guys all the time. Then you roll down in the Baja Brawl, Ponca City, Cernix, Pastrana Challenge. You're racing these guys, maybe not the same guys at Loretta's, but 1 or 2 of them show up. You start gauging yourself. You start building confidence. Then next thing you know, we're having Thanksgiving feast with Win Kern down there, and that's when you really get to see everybody again that you kind of race that Loretta's, and that's another gauge.
Well, and I tell you what else we see a lot of, the on-track school graduation, not the only graduation that happens here. A lot of riders moving from that C to B class, from 85 to 125. You take that next step in your career.
Right.
And I best believe they're going to be comparing where they're at to that class from this year as well.
Absolutely. And then once you leave Mini-O's, you go back and you have vacation, and then you get ready for D1. That's Daytona Amateur Supercross, so you get to see everybody then, and then we're at Spring-a-Ding-Ding before you know it.
Just like that, Jaden Smart from dead last now working right up to the top 20 bubble. As your leaders on screen working their way through, looking at, I believe that's the 62 ride of McCoy in the number 9 spot. Brock Mueller just behind with a dab of the foot.
No dabbing. You got to keep it on those pegs, guys. Weight that peg down, right, Kate?
Absolutely. And speaking of weighting the pegs and getting the throttle down, Beckham Smith and Cobb now going by the finish line for lap 8. And if you will notice, I think Beckham Smith took note that Nolan Cobb was making some ground. I noticed that was 2 laps in a row of a 2:05 for Beckham Smith as he took the 2-lap board. Only 2 laps to go. I think he felt that gap shrinking just a little bit. He said, nah, we're going to get on the gas. Threw down 2 awesome laps.
Yeah, that's always the story. We love to mention the drop in lap time, especially riders charging from behind, but you always wonder what is in the tank of your leader. Beckham Smith, a very wise rider, been in these positions before. As look at this, 3 wide, throw a 4th into the mix as well, getting ready to take the 2-lap card. Meanwhile, there is Jaden Smart, your Moto 1 winner, down on lap number 1, found himself in the dead last position and is trying to charge forward, still 3 wide. As that is 1, 2 to maybe 6 riders all getting ready to head through the mechanics area at the same time, 1 going down.
Look at the riders, so many in one shot. What, 10 guys are right there, right, Zach?
At least, and trying to see exactly who that was. The drone flies in. Looks like that might have been the
19, maybe?
Is it 18, 19? Maybe the 19 of Brock Mueller?
Yeah, Brock Mueller, potentially. A lot of dirt on that front number plate, a little hard for us to read. And we're, well, I'm old. I know you're not, Zach, but
eyesight's not good, though, so we're in trouble here. That was definitely the 66. Moving his way through, though, Eli Herrick in the number 15 spot. Looks like Brock Mueller going to pick up right around the 16th place position. Back to this absolute freight train of riders. As I believe that was the number 30 of Luke Shelton kind of leading the pack. Colton Thierry, Jet Rowell now working up to the bubble of the top 10. Ciceretti, Geis, and Solomon all right in the mix as well.
Great job out there, Gavin McCoy, Gibney. Jet Wall now brings it into the top 10. We have got a white flag out there, and these riders are still going at it right there. Good to see Jet Wall bring that machine up into a top 10. That is something to build on, as long as Ciceretti, he's came out of the top 20 with Levi Geis. Ciceretti now working outside looking in. Let's see what Raw and Ciceretti can do as this white flag lap turns into a checker.
Here we go. Less than a lap remains for the 23 of Beckham Smith. I believe the Texas native. Yes, coming out of Amarillo. The KTM Dunlop Fox-backed machine up on the pegs. Cutting his way through lap traffic. Little glance back as Nolan Cobb and Anderson Waldell. Bit of space between them as well, as about an 8-second gap or so between Smith to Cobb, and then another 12 back to Waldell. But still, anything possible.
This is way far from over, guys.
Yes. Yeah, you cannot count anything.
Smart
I feel like
comes up to 20th. Smart comes up to a 20th from down in the first turn. Kato.
yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great ride. Just, just unfortunate for what could have been, because
looking back.
Check up from the neck up with an 8-second lead. That's, wonder what he's looking at there.
Hey, he is just probably so excited to get this Moto win. Those guys work hard over there. And there he is, headed down that long 20 miles of bad road, under Yamaha banner, leg out, true form. He's going to buzz the tower. There he is, K-Dub. You look out of your left peripheral.
Beckham Smith. No.
He actually shot you the thumbs up.
Did he?
Yeah, I
missed it.
Thumbs up, K-Dub.
I think you're dreaming stuff up there.
Hey, I'm just trying to make some fluff, baby.
he's going to be giving some thumbs up on the podium if he keeps it up. One more corner to go into the Bermuda Triangle. How about it? Took a fourth for Moto 1, turned it into a win here in Moto number 2. Beckham Smith going to get the job done with a fist in the air.
Yes.
Fired up over that one, as he should be.
So many guys, Zach, cleaning this up in the second motos. Better in their score. 2 times checking in with him.
And he is fired up over that one. Beckham Smith doing a great job. Says,
Don't park it there. That's a long way
here
from
you
the
go,
podium.
Darian. You can take it up on the
Take
podium.
my bike, Darian.
Ride that thing all the way to the podium, Beckham.
Yeah, he didn't even run it half. Like, you're supposed to take that thing and park it up there, right? He knows.
All the way to the top.
Nolan Cobb does cross the line in the number 2 spot, fighting back after an early race mishap. Good
Hats
fight.
off to Nolan Cobb and the crew behind him making it happen. Willie Manning's going to be happy back home about that young man's performance.
Anderson Waldell rounds out the podium as well. He fought up too on the 74. Parker Beckington slots into the number 4 ride, and Jace Owen rounds out your top 5 here in 85-10-12 limited. As the rest of the field starts to make their way through, you see the green finner. That's got to be Jet Rao. See if he can put it up inside the top 10. Looks like he does just that. So still a lot of shuffling. We'll also watch and wait to see where the number 6 of Jaden Smart going to finish up. We get ready to take a look at your Rocky Mountain ATV MC top 10 here from 85-10-12 limited. Beckham Smith, Nolan Cobb, Anderson Waldell, Parker Beckington, and Jace Owen, your top 5. Logan Lustig, Deegan Gibney, Gavin McCoy, Jet Rao, and Luke Shelton round out your top 10 in 10-12 limited Moto number 2.
J-Dub.
And Beckham Smith and Waddell will be tied with 5 points going into Moto 3.
Wow. The conversation tonight they're going to have. Highlights, Zach.
It's all coming down to Moto 3, but Moto 2 broke down like this. The Amsoil Rapid Replay shows a very quick Beckham Smith to the number front.
There's Smart down on the ground. Nothing he could do about it. Just wrong place, wrong time, and that could be the difference in a championship for Jaden Smart. But the action continues for a while. Now we have the 43 down. That's Gibney, right? Yep.
Gibney down, where he would work his way back to a top 10 finish. Shelton, after a whole shot, dancing around, would fight his way to stay up inside the top 10 as well. Jaden Smart charging from 40th position, ultimately winding up in that number 18 spot. But up front, no one to pass. No one passed him. The 23 of Beckham Smith controls this from start to finish and grabs a win in 85-10-12 limited Moto number 2. The festivities going down there in that Monster Energy cool down zone, and the breakdown going to be happening here in just a minute as we get ready to send things down to the podium for our 85-10-12 limited Moto number 2. I see our very own Jackson Burrow grabbing the rider saying, hey, get cleaned up and get ready to come tell us on Flow Racing about your race here in Moto number 2.
You say you don't have good eyes. You just picked him out like Where's Waldo out of the Monster cool down zone.
We got matching blue shirts.
You saw Jackie
that
Legs
blue
down
shirt.
there.
Well, let's get ready to send things down to him. Jackie Legs looking good in that blue shirt and standing by with our podium finishers.
Thank you very much, Zach. I am standing by with a man with the plan here in Moto number 2. Beckham Smith, throw that gold medal around your neck, buddy. Let's hear it for him one time, guys. So an 85cc, 10 to 12-year-old limited gold medal going to be headed back to Texas with you. Take us through it. How'd you pull it off?
Yeah, I got a good start. That's probably like my best start of this week, and yeah, I'm just so glad to be up here, and I'm glad she made it home. She blew up crossing the finish line, and yeah, I'm just so glad to be up here.
Blew up crossing the finish line in this moto?
Yes, in this moto.
Man, congratulations on pulling this one off. We'll let these bikes here that are headed out for their sight lap go by real quick, but yeah, huge congratulations to you for this one. How are you feeling going into Moto number 3?
Yeah, I'm going into Moto number 3 confident. I know I can win, and I'm going to go show the world what I can do.
Go and show them. We look forward to seeing you back out there and battling, but for now, who you want to thank for helping you get this gold medal?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, Jesus Christ for my talents and protection, KTM, Orange Brigade, Darian, Jen, the whole Orange Brigade crew. They've been amazing to me. Dunlop, Team Dunlop Elite, Rob Fox, Alex, Beast Motor Lab, Lynx, Fuel Factory, Beast Motor Lab, Smart Carb, T-Rex, and everybody else, thank you.
He's getting things rolling in the right direction with 4-1 Moto scores. Let's hear it for your gold medalist here in Moto number 2, Beckham Smith. Now we will get our silver medalist up to the stage. Nolan Cobb, come on up. And here he is now, your silver medalist once again, Nolan Cobb. Put that hard-earned medal around your neck. 10-2 Moto scores for you. Take us through it. A little bit better here in this second Moto.
Yeah, a little bit better. The first Moto, I went down like 3 times, got back up to 10th. In this Moto, I charged a little too quick for the first lap, right in the sand, a little deeper than I thought, and went down and just didn't do good.
Well, what's the vibes, what's the thoughts going into Moto number 3?
Definitely all or nothing. I'm going for the win.
All or nothing, going for the win. You heard it, guys. We look forward to seeing you back out there. Who you want to thank for helping you get this silver medal?
I want to thank Sorby Academy, Ranch 54, FMF, Mended, Oakley, Aaron, Bees Moto Lab, Willie Manning. We want to be able to do it with these fast bikes without him, and everybody else, thank you so much.
All right, everybody, let's hear it for your silver medalist, Nolan Cobb. Anderson Waddell, come on up. Our third place here in Moto number 2 of this 85cc 10-12 limited, on his way to a bronze medal. And here he is once again, Anderson Waddell, our bronze medalist here in Moto number 2 of this 85cc 10-12 limited. Take us through it. How'd you pull it off?
My start was not good. I started spinning before the gate dropped, and then I came out like behind top 20, and I just made my way through the pack.
You fought hard for that one. How was it out there? We are right in the middle of the heat of the day. How was it?
It was kind of hot, but it was really slick in the beginning laps.
You've been putting in the work, prepared for this?
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. To be able to pull off a ride like that. Who you want to thank for helping you out?
My mom, my dad, Fly Racing, Scott, Moto Bros, and MTF, A1 Racing Suspension, Scott, FMF, Pirelli, and everyone else. Thank you.
He's going to be ready for Moto number 3. Let's hear it for your bronze medalist, Anderson Waddell.
Congratulations to the 85cc